let's understand a chapter called activity based costing. Now, what is this activity based costing all about? Let me try go back and understand the absorption costing. Now, before we go into absorption costing, tell me overheads. How do I find out overheads for a particular product? How do I find overheads for a particular product? If I have to find overheads for a particular product, what I do is I find OAR, that is overhead absorption rate. How do I find overhead absorption rate? Budgeted overheads divided by my budgeted base. Budgeted overheads divided by my budgeted base. And this budgeted base can be machine hours, labor hours, or other things. Now, here is where I want you guys to just understand the concept what is happening. Now, what happened? A lot of people said, hey, you know what? Let's say, for an example, electricity, or let's say power charges. Do you think power charges is based on the area? Power charges, do you think it's based on the area? Or let's say, for an example, inspection of machinery is a direct cost or an indirect cost? Inspection of a machinery, indirect cost, right? Now, under the traditional costing, what do? I do budgeted overheads divide by the labor hours, and this would have given me an overhead absorption rate. Now, what they say is, let's say for an example, in a year I have done 20 times inspection. 20 times inspection on, let's say, machine A, machine B, and machine C. The total number of inspections I've done is 20. Machine A 20, machine A, machine B, machine C. Totally I've done 20 inspections. I've spent 2 lakhs. Now, machine A has done 5 inspections. Machine B has done 8 inspections. Machine C has done 7 inspections. Okay. Number of labor hours are, let's say, 20,000. As per traditional accounting, what do I do? That's the absorption costing. I take budgeted overheads as 2 lakh divided by my budgeted labor hours, which is 20,000. So I'll say per hour my overhead absorption is 10 per labor hour. Yes or no? Are you guys clear? Now, what is activity based costing is, they say, see, when I know that machine A has done 5 inspections, machine B has done 8, machine B C has taken 7 hours, it is not, see, the number of inspections is my driver. That is why inspection cost came in. It is not based on the number of labor hours or other things. It is basically based on the number of inspections done. So instead of traditionally following just based on the labor hours, why can't I take an activity and then drive it? For an example, I know that 2 lakh has been spent on 20 inspections. So let me try finding out what is going to be my cost per inspection, and based on that I will try allocating it to the product. This kind of mechanism we call it as ABC costing, where, see here, the we are trying to assign cost to activities rather than products or services. Can we go next? Now, what is a cost driver? Like I told you guys in this particular example, from this particular example, what was my cost driver here? My cost driver was the number of times the inspection was done. It was not based on the number of It is not based on what the number of labor hours, it is based on the number of inspection done. So there are examples. So let's say for an example, production runs. Now let's say I'm trying to measure the quantity of resources, then maybe I try finding out, trying to do a cost driver. Or let's say we are trying to find an activity. Now let me try understanding, see this example. I want you guys to see this example. Let's say research and development. Okay, let's try looking into the research and development. Now, when I say research and development, see here, my cost driver is going to be the number of research projects done or based on the number of hours on a project. So I try finding out the entire cost spent on research and development, and I try allocating to a particular product based on the number of research projects conducted for that particular product. So designing, number of products in that design or number of parts, customer services, number of service calls or number of products received or hours spent on marketing can be based on the number of advertisements for particular product. Instead of trying to take, see, this is something you guys can understand better. When I say a marketing expense, right, a marketing expense is not necessary that you have to do it on a labor call. It does not make sense. For each and every product, I would have decided, hey, you know what, this is the number of advertisements that I'll be doing. So based on the number of advertisements, this is how I'll be dividing it to a product. Are you guys, did you understand what is a cost driver? Are you guys clear? So now see here, guys, I want you to understand this. Now, what is happening? I know there is, whether we are doing ABC costing or I am doing my traditional costing, this direct cost will always be done the same way. The problem happens only for the indirect cost. Now in traditional costing that I told you, I'll be doing based on my machine hours, labor hours or volume, whereas activity costing I'll be doing it based on the cost drivers. Are you clear? Whatever I've told till now, I've just summarized it in this table. So I'll take one example and let's run through it so that you understand what is that which is going through. Now, see here, so I want you guys to make sure that you remember this part of the table for your exam. Why? Because see, the formula remains the same. There I was doing budgeted hours divided by budgeted activity. Here it's going to be the activity driver. Now what are the activity drivers? See, for the material ordering, it will be the number of orders. Machine setup cost, number of times the machine has been set up. Machining cost, machine hours. Assembly cost, number of parts. Testing, number of tests. Painting, supervising, number of labor hours. I would still use machine hours, labor hours, but if you have understood what I have done under my overhead absorption rate, I used to take everything under only one rate called either machine hours or labor hours. Here for every single activity, I'm going to be trying to find the drivers where the cost is going to change. Based on it, I'll be allocating the cost. This table is important. If you guys know this table, it's more or less your exam question is done. Done? Now let me read this question. See here, ABC is a multi-product company manufacturing 3 products A, B and C. The budgeted cost and production for the year ending 31st March 2008 are as follows. Production activity, direct material, direct labor, they have given me in minutes. Budgeted labor rate was 10 per hour. Budgeted material cost is 2 per kg. Production overheads and budgeted are 99,450. We are absorbed cost using direct labor hour rate. Now let me just focus on this. So if I am trying to talk about this, what is happening? My budgeted overheads are what? 99,450. What is my budgeted base? Budgeted base is labor hours. So I'll have to find the total labor hours and find out the overhead absorption rate per labor hour. Yes or no? Everyone, do you have any doubt in this? Suresh Anna, under absorption costing, sir, what we do, we find overhead absorption rate by what formula, sir? OAR. Budgeted overheads divided by my budgeted base. They have clearly told, no, my production overheads budgeted is 99,450, and they are saying they're absorbing by direct labor hour. So my denominator is what, sir? My total labor hours, no, sir, budgeted base. That's what I explained, sir. I'm doing overheads chapter, sir. Others, are you guys having any issue? Okay, now see here. Now for ABC costing, so first let me just do the absorption costing, then we'll get into the ABC costing. How does it work? Now how do we do my this one? Traditional costing. I have three products, A, B and C. Direct material, direct labor and overheads. That's gonna give me my direct cost, correct? Now, sorry, let's see the question. Direct material is required as 4 kgs and you're paying at 2 per kg. That means what is my material cost? Can I say 8 rupees? Here it's going to be 12 rupees and here it's going to be 6 rupees. Yes or no? Guys, are you clear? So I'll write my material cost 8, 12 and 6. Okay, now let's come to the labor cost. Labor, they're saying you'll be paying labor at what? See here, labor is paid at 10 per hour. If you are taking 30 minutes, how much is going to be your labor cost? Can I say 10 into 30 divided by 60? For the second guy, it's going to be 7.5 and the third one, it's going to be 10 rupees. Correct? So I'll go write the labor cost. That is 5, 7.5 and 10. Now let me come to the third part. To find out my overheads per unit, what do I require? See here, to find out my overheads per unit, I require budgeted hours and budgeted overheads. Correct? I know my budgeted overheads as 99,450. To find budgeted hours, I'll find out the total labor hours by multiplying my units into the time taken. Units into the time taken. Now see here. For product A, it will take 4,000 into 30 by 60. That is, it takes 2,000 hours. Yes or no? For product B, 3,000 units, 45 minutes. So if I try finding number of hours, it becomes 2250. And for C, that will be 1600 into 60 by 60, which is 1600 hours. So my total number of labor hours is going to be, can I say 2000 plus 2250 plus 1600, which is 5850 hours. Are you all clear? So when I do budgeted OAR, that's my overhead absorption rate, is equal to 99,450 divided by 5850. How much do I get? I get my overhead absorption rate as 17 per labor hour. Everyone understood this? Suresh Anna, Shreyas, done? Now, see, the first unit takes 30 minutes. So that means if it is gonna take 17 per hour, for 30 minutes it's gonna be what? 8.5. Correct? It is 17 per hour. So this guy is taking only 30 minutes. So it should be 8.5. For the second guy, he is taking what? 45 minutes. So 45 divided by 60 into 17. Okay. Overheads for the second guy is going to become what? 12.75 for the 13. So the total cost per unit will become 21, 32.25 and 33 by adding up all the three. Are you guys clear? Guys, I'm not teaching anything new. I've still taught you is absorption costing. So later, Suresh, don't say that this guy did not teach. Are you guys clear? So the number of units what is producing is 4,000, 3,000 and 1,600. So that will be 86,000, 96,750 and 52,800. This is as per traditional costing. Are you clear? Done? Now let me try understanding the activity based costing. Guys, I'm going very slow, just understand. Now what did I say my activity costing is? My budgeted overheads will be divided based on the activity pools. Then I have to find the cost driver and divide it to a product based on the cost drivers. Let's understand this carefully. Now see here, my budgeted overheads were analyzed into three things: material handling, storage cost and electricity. These three things. When you do the total of it, I think it comes to 99,450 or 99,450, which was my budgeted overheads here. Are you clear? Now see here, now they are saying that this 99,450 I've divided into three activity parts, that is material handling, storage and electricity. They are saying the material handling should be divided by the weight of material, storage should be divided by the number of batches and electricity should be based on the number of operations. Okay. Weight of the material handled. Now if I have to find out the weight of the material handled, let's try looking into it. See here, in the question, where can I get a weight? See here, material A is requires 4 kgs. So A totally, can I say, requires 16,000 kgs? Yeah. B will require 18,000 kgs. And C will require 1,600 into 8, 4,800 kgs. Are you clear? So this is the total weight handled. This is cost driver number 1. What is cost driver 2? Number of batches of material. I already have the number of batches of material, that is 10, 5 and 15. So I don't have to break my head because I know what is that each of the product, how many batches will it take. And the third one is electricity number of operations, that also I have 6, 3 and 2. Did you understand all the three? Okay. Now see here, everyone carefully look into it. What is this? And what is this? Are these both the same? Now, when I say number of machine operators, we nothing given, we try taking it on a per unit basis. When I say per unit, see here, A requires 4000 units, B requires 3000 units, C requires 1600 units. Okay, now what I do, I try taking them based on the number of machine operations per unit, that is 6, 3 and 2. So I know per unit this is the number of machine operations required, so I multiply with the number of units, so I end up getting 24,000, 9,000 and 3,200. A mistake which I had done during my exam, so I'm just trying to say, please understand, operations and operators are different. If nothing is given, I assume that operators are per unit. Did you understand this? Guys, are you clear? Now, what did I say the formula is? Activity, the cost divided by the cost driver. So for the first one, which is material handling, see here, material handling, that's going to be total cost of 29,100 divided by the total of this, which is 38,800. So my material cost will be, material handling cost per kg will be 21,900 divided by 38,800, which comes to 0.75 per kg. Are you clear? Next one, storage cost. See here, storage cost 31,200 divided by the total number of batches, 15 plus 15, 30. That comes to 1040 per batch. Guys, are you clear till now? Last one is going to be my electricity. Guys, are you clear till now? So electricity will be 39,150 divided by 36,200, which is gonna give how much? Per machine operation. Are you clear? Are you guys clear? Now let me try putting it across in the cost format. Now when I try understanding it in a cost format, see here, my direct material, direct labor, I don't have to break my head. It's gonna be the same as what I done under the traditional costing. That's gonna be 8, 12 and 6, 5, 7.50 and 10. Are you clear? Now let me come to one by one. I have 3 activity cost which has to be incurred by a particular product. One is material handling. Second one, material handling. Then what's the second one? Electricity. Then there is storage. Now when I say material handling, How is material handling done? We found out material handling is what? 0.75 per kg. Correct? 0.75 per kg. And per product takes how many kgs? 4, 6 and 3. So that will be, can I say material handling will be 4 into 0.75, 6 into 0.75, 3 into 0.75. Guys, are you clear? Now electricity, what are they saying? It is 1.082 per machine operations. Now see here, how many machine operations are they taking? 6, 3 and 2. So multiply by 6, 3 and 2. So 1.082 into 6, 1.082 into 6, 1.082 into 3, 1.082 into 2. Are you guys clear? So how much does it come to? 6.49, 3.25, 2.16. Last one is storage. Now storage is the one which a lot of students get confused with. See here, guys, what am I trying to find? I'm trying to find per unit, correct? Whereas here they're saying this is 1040 per batch, correct? Now let me go here. See here, A is taking 10 batches. That means, can I say the total cost of A will be 1040 into 10, 10,400 rupees. Yes or no? This 10,400 is the total production of A, which comprises of 4,000 units. So I'll have to find per unit how much it will be. It will be 2.60. Guys, again I'm repeating. See here, my cost is no, I have to always find per unit cost, but here it is saying that the entire production of A will be done in 10 batches. Entire production of A is going to be done in 10 batches. So my 10 batches, when I'm trying to look into it, what is happening? My entire cost of 1040, I'll multiply by 10 batches and then divide by the 4,000 units, which will give me 2.60. Same thing I'll be doing it for the other one. For B, it is 1040 into 3 batches, sorry, into 5 batches, and you are going to be producing 3,000 units, which comes to 1.73. And for C, it is going to be 15 batches of 1040 divided by 1600. Are you guys clear? Are you guys clear? So now when I add that up, that comes to 25.09, 28.98. How many units am I producing here? 4,000. Here I'm producing 3,000. I'm producing 1,600. So when I do a total cost, it will be 1,00360. Are you guys clear? Understood the difference between activity based costing and overheads? Yeah. Now let's just look into another question, which is basically based on activity based budgeting. See here, MST Limited has collected the following data for its 2 activities. It calculates activity cost rates based on the cost driver capacity, power, capacity and cost, quality inspections, number of inspections. The company makes 3 products MST for the year ended 31st March, the following consumption. So they have given me the kilowatts, number of inspections. So I clearly know how do I allocate the cost per activity. I'll take the total for the power. I'll take the total cost divide by the number of kilowatt hours. Yes or no? For the power, so if I try looking into it, for the power, I'll take the total cost 2 lakh divide by my cost, which is which is kilowatt hours, which is 2035. Sorry, my power, they're saying 2 lakh is the cost and my capacity is 50,000 hours. My capacity is 50,000 hours, therefore it is how much? 4 kilowatt per hour. Same thing, my inspection cost. Okay guys, for the inspection, what are we going to be doing? We'll be taking 300,000 and divide by the number of inspections, which is 10,000. And what is going to be my cost per inspection? Guys, what's going to be my cost per inspection? My cost per inspection is going to be 30. Are you clear? Right? Now see here, I have 3 products MST. M is taking how many machine hours? 10,000 kilowatt hours, and per hour it is 4. Therefore, the cost which has to be allocated to M will be 40,000. Correct? For S, it's going to be 20,000 into 4, which is 80,000. And for T, it is how much? 15,000 into 4, which is 60,000. Are you guys clear? Now for the inspection, it is what? $3,500 into 30, 2,500 into 30, and 3,000 into 30. Is everyone clear? Done? So I've answered my first question. Compute the cost calculated to each product from each activity. Correct? So I've found out what is going to be the cost for each of the products and each activity level. 1,80,000 and 2,70,000. Are you guys fine? Now the second question what they've asked is, calculate the cost of unused capacity for each activity. Calculate the cost for unused capacity for each activity. Now if you look into it, guys, see here, what is the number of hours of capacity I've taken? Is 50,000. If I do the total, what is my total capacity hours which I've used? 45. Therefore, what is the unused capacity for me? 5,000, right? So 5,000 into 4, that comes to 20,000 rupees is my cost of unused capacity. Or another way of doing this is, see here, I've spent 1,80,000 and my budgeted cost is 2 lakh. My budgeted cost is 2 lakh out of my total amount of 1 lakh 80. That means I have 20,000 rupees which goes for a toss. Clear? Same thing, see here. For the second one, what is my cost? 3 lakh. How much have I recovered from the product? See here is 2 lakh 70. Therefore, what is the cost of unused capacity? 30,000. Are you clear? So that's all with regards to your ABC costing. Thank you.